about a 100-year-old company, maybe more. And the site's been around since there's been a site, right? So it's heavily monolithic, it's heavily legacy. All of the logic is all over the place, right? A lot of the logic lives on the front end. We're looking to pull a lot of that apart, right? So in theory, mock principles are perfect for what we're trying to do, So we're trying to pull microservices out. We're trying to hopefully go to the cloud, right? We're looking to, be API first, all that kind of good stuff, right? So we're in a position now where we're integrating a lot of these tools that are within the Alliance, right? Bloomreach, Content Stack, Annex Cloud, right? And the principles have been around since, modern development architecture has been around, right? But actually having some place that pulls it all together is really helpful. So we're here to try to learn more about these principles, get some actionable content when we go back so that we can implement a CMS successfully on the first try. Yeah, sure. Hearing Andrew talk from Zorro on that first day, that keynote, that was really pertinent, right? Because we're a similar company, right? We're a B2B selling to offices, that kind of thing. And hearing about that transformation, it was truly impressive. I'd love to get a chance to talk to him more, or members of his team, to see how they went about that. And even, I can't remember, Adam's presentation this morning with, North Face, Timberland, Vans, all of those groups. That's the one that really hit home for me, right? Is they had a 1.0 version of a mock approach, which is where I feel like we're at, right? We're kind of new to this, and you hear the candid truth about their story, right? Where he said it took them 3 years to release one site the first time because they jumped in, rushed it, and didn't do it right, right? So it's cool to hear that other people are having those same challenges, and I'm just here to start at 2.0, right? That would be great. I'd love to go over there and say, hey, what was the big difference in 2.0 that let you deliver 6 sites in 2 years, right? That's way more on brand for what we're trying to do. So we signed on with Content Stack, that we had some really good experiences with their sales team, with their technical folks, and we're looking to go to a CMS, a first CMS, right? I think what's easy is when you have a CMS, I almost wish we could skip past that first phase where we picked the wrong one and we try to migrate to another one, right? We're in that very first phase of this. We've never integrated a CMS. What we have is kind of CMS-like applications that we've built over the years in-house, and we kind of built parts of a CMS without realizing it, right? So when we go into these first meetings and we're in a situation of like, hey, where's your data map? Where's your architecture diagram? We go, we don't know, right? So this has been really helpful to see and get to connect with people who've had those experiences and can help talk through what do you do the first time. Sure, it's hard not to, right? I think it'll more affect the content team who's out there actually putting the content out on the site. The biggest use case that comes right to mind for AI, especially in something like a CMS, is getting our titles, blog posts, articles, all of that kind of stuff SEO optimized, right? Because we all know there's kind of this algorithm behind the scenes that determines how pertinent you are and where to show you. Humans that write blog posts don't know a ton about that, right? So you can go kind of feed something like that in and say, hey, here's the title, here's the message I'm trying to get across, here's my first draft of the blog post, right? Don't let AI write the whole thing. Write it yourself first, have your creative juices flowing, and then say, optimize this for SEO, right? Give me an SEO optimized version, things like that. I think that's where the AI is really going to come into play in these early phases, right? It's still, like you said, in its adolescence. I think a lot of companies are out there just putting the little 3-star logo on their header and being excited and saying they're AI capable. But that's a really short-term benefit where SEO is an algorithm behind the scenes, right? And an AI probably knows a lot more about that than I do or a content team does.